Hey, what's going on? We're here today to do a little green juicing. I'm going to show everybody how to take your greens, wash them really well. I've already scrubbed these down. We're going to take the stems out of the apples. We're going to, everything's already been scrubbed. I'm going to get ready here to make a green juice. But first, we're going to shut the water off. We're going to come over here, and I've got some excess scraps from some oranges earlier and some green peppers that have passed their expiration date. So what I'm going to do is put them in my little compost bucket here, and I keep a little scrap bucket for my juice pulp and for any scraps or whatnot, so I don't have to pay so much for produce. I'll just grow it. Anyways, look at these nice gallon jugs for my juices. We got portable containers, BPA free, wire mesh colanders, lids, and every fruit you can imagine, whatever. Seeds, nuts, soak seeds and nuts, and generic juicer. It seems to work pretty well. I don't have any complaints with this juicer. I'm not going to disclose what brand, but I'm just going to say it's under $60. Alright, so we're going to get going here on this juice. And that looks about right. So, first thing we need to do, get the produce over here. Wire mesh colander. I'm going to grab all the produce, and I am going to bring it over there. And I like to do it in a certain way. I like to get the kale first. Do the kale first. We got kale, we got collard greens, we have apples, we have celery, we have cucumbers, ginger, lemon. We're just going to do a green juice. A green juice. Lots of kale. We just got a case at a wholesale distributor, and we are in the kale, in the green. So we are going to do as many and as much greens as we can do. I try to buy organic, but if I need to get something else, and if it's the only thing available, that's what I get. This just so happens to be organic. I try to go 100% organic, but unless I'm growing it myself, I don't even know if it's organic. So, So, let's get this baby fired up. Let's do this green juice. Ready, set, go. I like to pulse the kale into the machine because I don't want to stress the motor out so much that it towards going to a lower RPM. I'd rather stay at a high RPM. And by pulsing the kale, I don't know, I would think you're putting down a scorching the product. So we're going to try not to scorch our kale on the centrifugal motor of this, centrifugal wheel here. One of the best and most crucial ingredients in my book. This is parsley root, and it is quite therapeutic, and can be purchased at many fine grocery stores. Look, I think it's good for you, but this is not medical advice. It's practical advice. Get healthy for you. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Oh, that parsley root is good. It has more nutrients than I'll ever know about. Yes, real food for real people. All right, what are we on to now? Start the celery, see how far we get. Put some ginger in there as well. So far, parsley root, kale, collard greens, fresh ginger. And we're going to stop this one here. And what we're going to do is put our little container here. And oh man, that's real. Oh, whew, all right. That is some real stuff, real food for real people. Eat it, be healthy, do what you're gonna do. Let me put this under there. Oh yeah, here we go. Celery is amazing. So salt, hydration. All right, let's move on to the cucumbers. I like to stagger the cucumbers so they don't bounce around in the chute. You'll know what I mean if you ever try it, because you put one cucumber in there, it's liable to get free. Just turn like this. You want to stop the cucumber from doing that by putting more than one cucumber in at a time. So you want to stagger your cucumbers. Oh yeah. And see, this is why I have the green towels. You notice they tend to cover up the stains of the vegetables here. Alright. I could live on cucumber juice alone. I'll do a whole regardless. That much cucumber or more, and then just a little bit of apple. Cucumber apple, that's my signature dish. Alright. Tends to be a little messy, you know. I could probably work on getting a better setup, but I'm happy with what I got, you know. I try to keep it clean. But what can I say? I'm messy. But this is a messy process. Getting healthy is messy. Eating real food, it's a little bit messy. I'm just going to finish up here on these apples, and then we'll be ready. We'll have this whole thing done. You know, you gotta pluck these stems out of the apples. Take your spoon, put it in the apple, just a hair, pop the core. You know, you don't want to ruin your blade faster than necessary by having it chomp on the wood, because that'll ruin it. And trust me, that's my third juicer, so it's not worth destroying the machinery by trying to save a minute or so, because you're gonna break it quick enough just by juicing fruits and vegetables. And which everybody should do, because what most people eat is disgrace to nature. But you know, I don't let people know that. I just know it for myself, and if people choose to find out on their own, I'm all for showing them some tricks and stuff. You know, it's not easy getting green, like Kermit the Frog said. You know, it's not easy being green, but it's well worth it. So let's get to town on these apples. You know, before I get the apples going, I really like to just check the pulp trap, and you'll see that it starts to collect on the dome here of the juicer. I'll give that one quick swipe, put it in the compost bucket. Then you got all this juice, all this pulp. Now, so many people use this for so many things. I sometimes will save the kale because it's like gold, you know. I mean, really gets you through the day. I do smoothies, you know. I whatever, you know. But this is gold. But today I've got an entire 24 heads of kale. I've got 60 cucumbers, so we're good. I don't need to save this today. But in reserve mode, you know, save money, reserve mode, I've been known to save some kale and turn it into a smoothie. Not a bad thing. This is not a cheap way to feed yourself at all. You have to be thrifty. You have to know where to buy your food. You have to know the prices at almost every supermarket of your kale, your broccoli, you know, your kale, your cabbage, your collard greens. You know, where you can get the best quality organic food, where you can get, you know, cheaper foods. And sometimes grocery shopping isn't just going to one store. Sometimes it's going to several stores for me. I'll get my bananas and my grapefruits and my oranges at one store. I'll get my kale, my lemons, my salad mixes all at a different store. Recently, we have moved into the realm of wholesale vegetables, which is genius. Thank you for the wholesale vegetables. You might have to set something up for that, because without it, you might be blowing a fortune. Trust me, I've done it. And I continue to do it. But I feel good, man. That's all I can say. Ready? Oh yeah. Back in business. These apples came right out of the orchard. I picked them myself. Fuji's. November is the best time to get your Fuji apples. Buy 4 bushels if you can. Buy 120 pounds in November. And you're able to conserve them. They can last you all the way to February. So, get them right. Get them fresh, you know. Don't get them with stickers on them. Some fruits you can help not doing it. See now we're in New York State, apple capital of the world. We get lucky, we can get apples without stickers that are homegrown, and orchards that are hundreds of years old, 100 or more years old. That's potent. So now you got pure apple. Now that's going to set this off and make it really, really delicious. We'll throw in 2 more Fujis. Yeah, I like to pulse the food into the juice. I don't push it right down because you're bogging down the RPMs and losing the vital amount of juice in there. Let the RPMs rev back up, push back down, push down, push down. Pulverize this into the juicer. So either burn out your motor or you bog the RPMs so far down there. You're losing the juice, wasting it. Perfect. So, epic green juice, that's what I call it. Damn, that's good. Let's grab one of these lids. Oh, you know what? One last ingredient, especially for preservation. We're going to take an organic lemon. Bingo. Organic lemon. And I'm not even going to peel it because it's organic. I'm going to wash it real good. Make sure I take the pit right out of it. Organic lemon. Now this is an important part, especially if you plan on using this juice in the future. You know, maybe I'll have this juice tomorrow morning for breakfast. You know. Now this right here will clean out. You throw that in a quart of water, and that really should be your breakfast every day. You know, maybe minus the peel. Maybe only do the peel once a week, but you know, and you're gonna get a little foam. You know, but we're gonna take this. We're gonna put that lid on tight. We're gonna dip it in the sink real quick. Run under some water. This right here, 1 gallon of epic green juice. There's not a food on the planet that could compare to this. I'm not a medical doctor, and this is not medical advice. This is practical advice. This right here could be the cure for everything. Now you're going to have to eat real foods. You're going to have to eat apples and oranges and bananas. You know, you need the fiber, you need the nutrients, the calories, because they have a complete... Look at the way that the oxygen just floats, and this is a living organism, this liquid, you know, and the body recognizes it that way. These are enzymes and oxygen, and as soon as it hits your stomach, instantly is starting to be dissolved into your bloodstream, and the body recognizes this as food. You know, people could argue about all different kinds of things, but the diet that most people are on is a suicide diet. So we got to change that, you know, and people will come around. If you start doing this, I've already lost 22 pounds. I've not gone without one meal. I've eaten every day as much as I want. Sometimes 10 bananas, sometimes 7 or 8 oranges, sometimes an entire pineapple. You know, I'm starting to get into the 1 fruit meals. You can do whatever you want. You can live however you want, but if you want to have vibrance and vitality, real food is the key. So Come in for another video, subscribe, Cheddar1607, and I'll show you some real food.